big snot. Should I think what I'm actually going to say?
We've got this far now.
Yeah, I know, now I'm like, cool, now what am I talking about? In front of me here I have two race helmets, one of which is 24 years old and the other is effectively brand new. It's my Supercars race helmet from this season. First of all, we'll look at the old one. Now that's one that I drew with a pen and paper when I was just 6 years old. Every time I look back at this helmet, it brings some amazing memories back. It's a special time in my life. I just got into racing, which was one of the coolest things I'd ever tried in my entire life. And at 6, I was reading karting magazines all the time, and I saw that all the top drivers had a painted helmet. So it was a dream of mine very early to have a custom helmet. Everything on here is pretty much a reflection of where I was at in life at the time, starting obviously with a comic. And this cartoon character I thought was really cool, and my favorite karter at the time had lightning on top. So that's where the design really began, and then the rest was kind of added into just whatever colors I liked. My parents, very proud Australians, they wanted me to have a reflection of where I come from on the race helmet, and that has stayed with me my entire career. When I moved to Europe, I switched it to the coat of arms, which is down the back of my new helmet. Also, I mean, being 24 years old, this thing has seen better days. But to be fair, it wasn't much better off when I finished using it in karting. So I definitely got my use out of it. This was my pride and joy for a very, very long time. Sponsors always tell a story as well of where you're at in your career. Pepsi was my first ever sponsor, which was very special to have such an iconic brand already, and I was only 9 or 10 years old at the time, so that was very, very cool. But that pretty much sums up this helmet. So now we're going to have a look at my new race helmet. The first thing you notice is obviously the confidence has grown and my head's gotten bigger over time. So that one is a lot smaller than my current race helmet. But the forced air is on top of all our race helmets in touring cars. It's something that some of the fans may have noticed, but this here plugs into the race car, pumps fresh air into the race helmet, which goes in through the top and also comes in around the front. Keeps us nice and cool in the cabin. It can get up over 60 degrees, which is quite uncomfortable. Earplugs, these are things I would never have had in karting, but that's so I can communicate to my engineer back in the pit. And then this bad boy here is what I plug into the race car. So it's got my drink bottle and my radio, which for endurance events, I tape onto the top here so that I can get in and out of the car. And the driver assist can grab that off and plug it into the race car for me nice and quick. We've got about 14 seconds really to get in and out of the car. The weight, even though it's bigger, it weighs a lot less than this old girl. The stiffness even of the helmet, it's crazy. It's a lot softer from the side here to press, but it obviously has a lot better impact protection for the driver. Visors, I've always loved colored visors, so that has never changed. And the design itself, there are some similarities. You might be able to tell, you might not, but the side here where it comes up, it's still the same from this red here, and that was always something I wanted to keep. It's kind of, I thought it looked like you're moving forward, going fast, so I wanted to keep the angle of the helmet design exactly the same, and that's never changed. The lightning, I did grow out of that. So then on the back is where I've placed the coat of arms. Now I've gone away, like I said, from the Aussie flag, but I still always wanted to recognize where I came from, and when I was in Europe, that was something that was really important to me. So it says Australia, we've got the coat of arms on the back, and then I've gone a little more subtle with my name. Well, anyway, that is a little insight into where I was at 6 years old and into the current day here with this race helmet. If there's anything else you would like to know, comment below, let me know. Hit the subscribe button. I think that's what you're meant to do here. But there'll be plenty more coming up, so stay tuned.